escape for now. We're going to talk about 2 ways to escape, not 2 techniques, but 2 ways. One is make gravity your better friend yahan pe. Right now, gravity is against him, right? Because whatever he's going to do against gravity, and whatever I'm going to do will be in favor, right? Even if I have to punch, it will be in favor. Even if he has to punch, it will be against. There will be a very big difference in our power. So one is make gravity your better friend. Do something wherein you get up on top and I'm at the bottom. Okay? Make gravity your better friend. Better is the key word. Don't just start turning away from me, because although gravity is your friend, whatever you're going to do is helping you, but it's my better friend. Okay? So don't just turn. Second way, we're going to bring a shield in between, a wall in between. And the wall has to be with your feet, with your legs. It can't be with your arms. Arms are not strong enough to take entire body weight of mine. So do something wherein either one of your foot or both, they are in between. You can recover close guard, the one lesson that we did last Sunday, if you can. So two types of escapes for the bottom person. One is gravity your better friend. The second one is bring a shield in between. Till the time you don't have a shield, it's not over. So a shield is anything that is stopping me or preventing me from anchoring all of my weight on top of you. I can't anchor a lot of my weight on top as compared to where I was previously. Okay, so 2 limitations for the person on top. Knee stays on the mat and no submissions. And 2 escapes for the bottom person. Gravity your better friend, or bring a shield in between, one or both. You have to choose a side. If I choose my left, I want to keep that elbow in, as if I'm protecting my rib cage or I'm hiding my armpit space, as we discussed on Sunday. The other arm can be used as a reinforcement, so that nobody smashes their hip on my wrist, right? This. So I can use it as a reinforcement grip. I don't want to fight this collapse. I just want to slow it down so I can save my wrist. That's the whole purpose for this. Okay? Now from here, I'm going to turn the same side. So जिस भी side हम लोग ये escape work कर रहे हैं, I want to turn that side. Just a half a turn or a mini turn is enough. So in other words, I'm keeping my right hip off the mat or right butt cheek off the mat, and left one is still on the mat. Okay? Same side foot goes flat on the mat. Turn on, please. Down. So left elbow down. I'm going to turn a bit. This is enough. Left foot on the mat. This is where we are. Okay. Now, when you place your left foot on the mat, I want you to twist your foot as if you want to touch your pinky finger on the mat. So we're going to keep our knee active. This is one detail jahan pe we fail every now and then. Okay. Now, this is my posture. Let's discuss about the posture for the person on the top. If he's seated this way, I don't want to do the elbow escape, because wherever his head is, that's where maximum weight is. And right now, maximum weight is going to the hip and then to the knee. We don't want to fight with the knee. One of the best time for doing this is whenever he has his hands on the mat. By keeping hands on the mat, this also means this head is away, so maximum weight is where the head is. So now fighting with the knee is a reasonable option. Okay? So hands on the mat. I have my left side, I'm fighting from my left side. I'm going to turn a bit, keep the foot flat, and my toe, pinky finger, pointed on the ground. Okay, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to keep hitting him with the knee. Keep going towards him. जितना आप उन्हें hit कर पाओगे, उतना easy it gets. Okay, from here, I use the right foot as a hook under or a hook over. Hook under, lift, use your elbow to push his foot in the half guard. We can turn into him. If his hands are still there, he's just helping me by keeping the hands here. Most probably the hands will be on either side, and then we're going to focus on bringing the shield in between. That will be the next step. Wapas. So he's mounting. If your partner is seated, not the best time to do this. This is where he's very heavy with his hip and his knees. We shouldn't be aiming for this for now. To make it efficient, hands on the mat. How? We'll see afterwards. We can have a reinforcement grip, slightly sideways. I want to keep my foot flat and at the same time, pinky finger on the mat. This is where I'm fighting with the knee as well. If I keep my pinky finger dead yahan pe, he can start hooking my foot. He just needs this much of space to mess up the escape. But when you go pinky finger in, I'm keeping my knees pointed to the mat or posted to the mat. That kills that little space. Okay? Again, flat foot, he gets the space, good enough to mess it up. Aapka foot turn and knee on the mat is what we want. Pair upar karna? Yeah. Is what we want. This is dead. Wapas niche. From here, start hitting him with the knee. Keep going towards the foot. Use your other foot as a hook. Push. And we turn into him. We finish with the escape in the next step. For now, just wrap his foot in between your legs. That is good enough for us. Are we clear with this? If you know this escape, start adding that pinky finger detail and see how much difference it makes. Do not keep your toes up. This always leaves a space yahan pe. That is good enough for somebody to use their heel to scoop your foot upar. Use your pinky finger on the mat as if you want to touch the knee on the mat. Now there is no space or a very little space which is not easy to fight for. From here, I keep hitting him with the knee. I also keep going towards him. You keep the structure as it is. Use your other foot either under or over to find your escape. So under, keep it in the air. Use your elbow to push his knee in between your legs. Hug the legs. This is where we finish for the first rep. And slowly we're going to find our way whether we want to go for the back or just bring the shield in between. We'll find our escapes. Are we clear with this? Let's go. It's up to you if you want to use it this way or not. The whole idea here is to focus on the armpit. You can't keep your armpits open. While keeping it reinforced, you actually give yourself some task and you keep your armpits shut. This is what we want. Now, Manmeet was doing this. Haath back pe hug kar lo. Yeah. He was doing it this way. You had your arm yahan pe, very nice, but you were also hugging him from the back. This arm was basically dead. So in other words, you see the armpit space is all open. You're fighting here, I go up on the top. You're in a messed up spot yahan pe. Forget about the escape. We're worried about the survival now. So wherever you want to keep your arm, whether you want to use it as a reinforcement or keep it with you, just keep your armpits shut. Turn that side. A mini turn is good enough. You don't need to bridge. There is no point in bridging in this. You just need your hips to be off the mat, your right hip specifically. Okay, next thing. Now, let's focus on two things. When my foot is flat and when I'm on the ball of the feet. A lot of things changes. Our escape won't change, our technique won't change, but the sequence might change. Look, so when I have my foot yahan pe flat, he can start with keep kicking. This works very nice, right? Wapas. When you have your foot or you're on your ball of the feet yahan pe, do the same thing. This is where Mushtaq and Dipesh, we struggle for like a couple of reps yahan pe. So this is where you don't have to start with the knee kick first or hitting them with the knee. You want to start with the elbow. Open your elbow. So what we are doing here is I'm here. You want to push your elbow outside. This frees your knee. Once your knee is free, let's start with the step. Either under or over. Okay? But just because your first step is not working does not mean the technique is not working well. You just need to change the sequence yahan pe. One more time. So, if I'm on the ball of the feet and you start kicking me, it gets tough. It might not work. So use your elbow and push my knee outside. You don't want to push my knee niche. You want to push it outside. Once you do this, you can start kicking me again. Yeah. Jitna aap kick karoge, utna easy it gets. If you don't use this kick, go back. If you don't use this kick and start doing it from here, I might be hiding this space. So keep kicking, expose my foot, and then find your work. So we're going to partner up again. We're going to focus on diagonal limbs yahan pe. One which is not doing anything, or in other words, keeping the armpit space. Use it for the reinforcement or for your some other task, or maybe you're just defending the neck if he's going on the neck. But keep the armpit shut. This makes sure that your escape works or it's in the right flow yahan pe. The other thing, if I have a dead foot yahan pe, you can start kicking right away. It works very nice. If I am on the ball of the feet and I'm messing up with your thigh or your knee yahan pe, I'm not letting it kick up, you can start using your elbow but outside. Then start with the kick and finish. These two things. Then we move forward to the next one. Let's go. Once you have the leg hooks, it becomes tough for me to start dealing with it. Right? Although we did this chapter Sunday ko, using the rollover escape. But we're going to focus on the elbow escape today, and then we'll find our way from this. Turn. Stretch up. Okay. He has the hooks in or tight. He has the hooks here. What best he can do here is he can chase you, but with a limited range. You don't have to give pressure. Okay. Chase ki baat kar raha hai. Best he can do is just chase you. And he can chase you limited range mein. Look. So keep your foot in touch. Okay. People call it grapevine. It's not much of a use, but we're going to use this to understand ki wo kahan tak hame chase kar sakte hain. I'm just going to move my foot in multiple directions. Can you chase? Mm-hmm. Can you chase? Mm-hmm. You're chasing. You're chasing. Right? But if I keep bringing it inside, the chase is of no use. So it's like if I'm fighting with my left foot, I want to turn towards my right and kick. He can still chase me, by the way. Keep the hook. If he starts chasing me, he loses the hook. I can work with the arms yahan pe. So there is no point for him to chase me beyond this center point. So center is the best. After that, he has to let go. He can't chase. If he keeps on chasing, he's going to lose a lot of base yahan pe. But commonly, person at the bottom, he starts with this. Starts moving the foot away. And this is where the fight is. But if I turn my hip, lesser fight. This foot is all exposed. Okay. Once you are here, you can find your ground point and we can start working with the escape. Okay. Or the other one, hook lena, is again turn the hip or bring the knees apne paas, use your other foot. For this you need one foot free. But one of the best ways is to kick them inside ki taraf, towards the other foot. He can't chase you for long. If he can't chase you, you're at a better position jahan pe aap apna escape work kar sakte ho. Right. Let's give it a try, 30 seconds, then we're going to go for the technical mount. Because I saw Prabs struggling with the technical mount or this side mount kind of a posture. We're going to work this escape. Right. Let's go. Yeah, 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 ha, yeah.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Big bros care my line, sell a brother, get your feet in. But tap in with your peoples, make sure they doing decent. Show me how to readjust some ways that I've been thinking. Been trying to protect what I've been building, been on defense. Celebrating our friends and we gon' up there when we touch down. BYOD, shout out to my homies working sundown. I should call my sister for some custom gold fronts now. Soul already shining, need no diamond, roll it, bust down. No matter how far, I can't forget the opposition. If you ain't been running front and side, you seen this competition. Wisdom telling me better slow down, my heart and mind conflict. I'm patient, ain't no free pass, and I'm paid a lot for my position. Come and get it. Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me. Like love and new friends, ready to be outside with my kin. Big glow on my chain on like I'm sitting on something else. Be careful, you too loud with it, that get you for your wins. And all that flex around for none, now you sitting down on some bricks. Big leagues, running down no loss, so I'm step up to the big leagues. Been here home runs, but I too loyal, I can't switch teams. Running out for them trophies, but I face all in that big screen. That fame hit street fast, whistle quicker than that 10 speed. I can't let my soul put trust in diamonds and gold, but ones ain't gon' let you fall onto no trap. But watch they motor, see them hovering over your shoulders. Hit a lick while you gone, I'm keeping all enemies closer. Yeah, I've been ready on 10 toes. Don't ball in my court, high step, it's a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me tryna get my cake up. I thank God for all this coming to me, not straight up. Ball in my court, high step, it's a layup.
My life easily take you back. And आप जितना ज़्यादा पीछे रहेंगे, उतना it's almost impossible for me to claim the back. Okay? So this is how we're going to start working. I have my hands on the mat. He starts escaping. My knee is heavy. I remove my knee off the mat. And I bring my heel towards my hip. What's happening on this side? We're keeping the armpit safe. If you keep your armpit space shut, there's no back take यहाँ पे. वो elbow अपने पास रहेगी. If you keep your armpit space open, because I can find the armpit space, we can go for the back. So इसका काम इतना ही है अभी के लिए. Okay. This is what we're going to do. Same work यहाँ पे. So as if I had my knee down, the same escape. We're going to keep our elbow on the mat. From here, you're going to reach out for the knee grip. ये हाथ नीचे करना. You're going to reach out for the knee grip as much as possible while keeping your armpit shut. Please do not aim for this knee while exposing your armpit. You want to keep your armpit space shut. If you don't have the reach, just keep it stretched यहाँ पे. It's my job to mount you, and I'll bring my knee towards you. If I'm not, no need to bother इसमें ज़्यादा. Shut, I'm here. This is what we're going to do. We're going to start doing that same kick. So bend your foot and keep bringing your knee towards. Now while we're doing this, make sure I'm not collapsing my knee in, because this collapses your structure. I'm going to keep it stretched. Bring it. So pinky finger on the mat, knee on the mat. Start bringing your knee up. Okay? But again, maintain a constant pressure यहाँ पे आना. I have my arm in. I want to take a grip and push it. You can see my armpit, it's shut यहाँ पे. It's not this. My armpit is shut. Now this is what I want to do. His knee can't charge into me. So my frame is solid. This is where I want to bring my knee towards. The partner does not have a base. Feet on the mat. I'm going to scoop my hip. From here, how do you get up? Don't end up into a triangle, either both arms in or both arms down. We're going to discuss इसके बारे में. आओ ऊपर. मैं तो कुछ किया ही नहीं. So I was doing my first escape. We were here. I was fighting for this. My partner went knee up.
As soon as he goes knee up, elbow down, get the grip. Keep your armpits shut. You don't want to go on the thigh because his knee can still turn into you. Structure collapses, he's going to go for the high mount. Go for the knee, keeping your armpits shut. Elbow on the mat. Keep collapsing as much as you can. Once you're here, toes towards you, scoop your hip. Partner does not have a base. Both arms under. We're going to go belly bottom. And we are in the position to pass here. आप देख लो. Let's go this side. Elbow down, push, armpit shut. Okay. Once you're here, I want to be sideways. Keep bringing your knee apne paas. So, वापस. If I have my elbows up, multiple things that he can fight for. He can fight for the elbow grip and start making me go flat. My structure collapses. Or even if he's not fighting this way, he can start following up with his ankle yahan pe. And again, my structure collapses. So when I'm here, I'm keeping it pushed. His ankle cannot follow much. Once you're here, hip escape, hip escape, hip escape. He's on the mat. His hips are on the mat. I want to hip escape, start aiming to free my arm here. And we go charge. He cannot recover close guard immediately because his foot is stuck under the butt cheek. So you still get 1 extra second yahan pe to find your base and charge into him. So immediate close guard recovery is tough. Are we clear with this? Triangle happens whenever, so आपने collapse किया, triangle will happen because of my messed up footwork. Messed up footwork means I want to get up into you because there was no structure here. When I'm here, I'm going to keep my elbows in, even if I can't find the space. I'm going to move away. A belly down. You'll find your space to sneak the arm out. I can charge, his foot is stuck, close guard is tough. If you just charge into him like a bull, just because you want to get up, you're going to end up into a triangle most probably. But go belly bottom and hatna. This is how, once they collapse on the mat, out, you'll find your space to sneak the arm out. Now start getting up. His foot is stuck. So immediate close guard is tough. Are we clear with this? Let's finish with this and then we'll move on next piece. Let's go.